Hey, Glovelies, and welcome back to Glove Actually. I'm Courtney.
I'm Hallie.
And I'm Melissa.
And this week on Glove Actually, it is draft day. So now that the 2025 MLB season has officially come to an end, we're going to do something a little bit fun, and we are going to draft our dream baseball lineups. But if there's anything you want us to talk about on the podcast, be sure to leave it in the comments, and be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to the Glove Actually podcast on Spotify. And be sure to turn on post notifications to stay in the loop when we post new episodes. All right, now before we get to this draft, we're going to kick things off, as always, with our Pookies of the week. All right, Melissa, who's your Pookie of the week?
All right. My Pookie this week is Trey Savage of the Toronto Blue Jays. I watched him for the first time the other day when, and again, this is going to be airing a couple weeks after we record. But I did watch him when he was pitching against the Yankees the other day in the playoffs game. And Aaron Judge couldn't even take this guy's heat. I was impressed. It was super fun to watch. And I kind of learned a little bit of his backstory. And he has worked his way up from all the way from the low A's this year all the way up to the MLB. So that to me is amazing that he was able to do that in 1 year. He just got called up back in September. So he's only been playing for a month and he's already pitching in a playoff game. And they interviewed him after the game because he had such a great game. He was really emotional. He was thanking his family. He was so grateful for his journey to get to where he is now. They interviewed his family too. It was super cute. So I can't wait to see him next season because I think he's probably going to become an amazing pitcher for a full year. It'd be kind of cool if we could see him in some black and some orange, but I'm going to guess he's not going to want to leave the Blue Jays because they're probably going to go pretty far this year. Yes, Trey Savage is my Pookie of the week.
All right. Now, Hallie, who is your Pookie of the week?
My Pookie is the mascot of the team. I have decided I want to win the World Series this year, and that is the Mariners Moose. You're so cute, baby. I, too, am from a Northwoods state. I have never seen a moose in person, and I would love to see a moose win.
He's another one that, like Slugger from the Kansas City Royals, he looks like he would have some really nice abs if you took off his jersey.
I think so. And he has such a cute little face too. I want the Mariners to win just because the mascot is cute. And I think that's a good enough reason.
Honestly, yeah.
Courtney, who's your Pookie this week?
I actually took a little bit of an uncommon approach to my Pookie of the week this week. I wanted to choose someone out of my normal headspace. I know I've chosen a lot of Orioles and a lot of Padres players. So I went with a team that before this season was honestly probably the least on my radar. And that is the Milwaukee Brewers, who are playing extraordinarily well and had the best record in Major League Baseball going into the postseason. Now, from that team, there's a lot of notable players, but the person who has been on my radar the most for some reason has been Jackson Chourio. And for those of you who don't know, during the 2024 MLB season, there were not one, not two, but 3 20-year-old rookie players all named Jackson. And now there's Jackson Holliday, who we talk about a lot on the pod. He plays for the Orioles. There's Jackson Merrill, who I have some kind of weird invisible string to, because not only does he play for the Padres, who I started supporting halfway through the 2025 season, but for some reason, whenever I pull baseball cards, all the cool ones that I pull are Jackson Merrill. I'm not joking. My first of 5 was a Jackson Merrill card.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Random.
Really, really crazy.
You were meant to be.
I know. So we got Jackson Holliday, Jackson Merrill, and Jackson Chourio of the Milwaukee Brewers. And Chourio put up great stats this season. He had a 270 average, a 308 on-base percentage, and a 771 OPS. So nice. Jackson Chourio, you are my Pookie of the week this week.
Aw, way to mix it up. Look at us not picking Orioles this week.
Hell yeah.
We're evolving.
We can do it. Okay, Glovelies, we want to hear from you. Who is your Pookie of the week this week? Be sure to let us know in the comments and tag your Pookie if you can. All right, y'all. It is about to get serious. So yesterday we posted on our Instagram story. So we are recording this on October 7th. Yesterday on October 6th, we posted on our Instagram story and we said we had our followers vote for who they wanted to draft first during the draft. So whoever got the highest percentage of votes is going to pick first. Second highest is going to pick second. Third highest is going to pick next, etc. And then we're going to do serpentine until we are done. Everybody's going to draft a first baseman, a second baseman, baseman, a third baseman, a shortstop, a catcher, 3 outfielders, and you can specify which area of the field they're going to play in, a designated hitter, so a complete batting lineup, plus a starting pitcher, a relief pitcher, and a closer. So,
But they don't have to be in that order, right?
they do not have to be in that order. Mine are definitely not in that order.
I don't know either.
So, one rule that we did make amongst ourselves was that you can't pick more than 2 players from the same team. So, when I was looking at all of these different players, I was really trying to expand my horizons and look for players from teams that were not on my radar, which is how I ended up with Jackson Chorio as my Pookie of the week. So, according to our Instagram poll, once again, I've never felt like the most popular girl in school before, but somehow I got the highest percentage of votes. So, thank you, everyone who voted for me. Shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out. Also, specifically shout out to Bryce, the commissioner of the Hall of Pretty Good, for your vote, because that meant a lot to me.
You
So
made
thanks.
Brittany's day.
You really did. Thank you. Shout out, Bryce. And then Melissa got the second highest percentage. She was right on my tail. And then Hallie was bringing up the rear. To be fair, though, Melissa and I had multiple Instagram accounts that we were campaigning from.
Yes.
And Hallie just has her one. So
Well, you also were campaigning from your like baseball fan accounts, and I am
true.
just a regular girl.
Yeah.
she's just a,
I will say
she's
all
just
of
a girl.
all
I'm
of
just a
our
regular
mutual
girl with
baseball
beautiful,
connections,
beautiful
though.
breasts.
Yes.
All of our mutual baseball connections, though, voted for Courtney. I noticed that. I was like, you.
There were some like MLB Random Player Spotlight voted for you.
He did. Yes, he did. But a lot of my book friends voted for me. So thanks, book friends. I appreciate you guys. You're the best.
And one of like Hallie and my's like IRL mutual friends voted for Hallie. So
yay.
Shane, I'm watching you.
Thank you for supporting me in my dreams of thick daddy supremacy. Thank you.
I mean, honestly, though, you guys really have the better advantage, both of you, because you both get to pick back to back. So the snake draft. So,
Okay, so we doing this?
well, we're doing it. Let me
we're
pull up
doing
my
it.
notes here.
Okay, some of my picks might be a little controversial, and I hope I don't have to go to any of my like second choice people, but there's a couple that I feel like I might have to.
Yeah, I gotta
Um,
marking people off as we go too.
yeah. With my first round pick, I am going to select Mookie Betts, shortstop for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Wow, look at you. All right.
All right, Melissa, it's your turn.
That was not who I was expecting you to pick first.
I know.
All right. My first pick is Trevor Rogers, Baltimore Orioles.
Okay.
Right out the gate, going with an Oriole.
For your starting pitcher?
Yep, for my starting pitcher.
Okay.
For my first pick, I am choosing my number one current favorite thick daddy, Yandy Diaz of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, and I will have him for first base. Thank you. And then for my starting pitcher, for my second choice, I am picking Uncle Charlie Morton. Welcome home.
Oh, that's nice.
That's so nice. Charlie Morton's been getting a lot of love on this podcast lately.
Look at
You may not be a thick daddy, but you are probably, I think you're a real life daddy.
He is.
Yeah.
Melissa, you're up.
All right. For my next pick, I'm going with Aaron Judge, New York Yankees, right field.
Okay. All right. For my next pick, I am going to draft Byron Buxton of the Minnesota Twins as my center fielder.
All right.
Yum, yum.
I'm kind of excited because
I know.
the ones that I've picked and all of my like little round picks here that I've got, I have like 4 different setups here. You guys can get.
For my next pick, I will be drafting my starting pitcher, who is Paul Skeens from the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Man, she spoke too soon.
Sorry.
It's okay. I got my starting pitcher. I'm good.
Rogers was my second choice.
All right.
Okay.
Who do I really go with next? All right. For my next pick, I am going to go with Kyle Stowers from Miami for left field.
Left field. Okay.
I will also be making a left field selection. Come on in, short king, Stephen Kwan.
Oh,
And for my next pick, I am selecting sexy bitches and thick daddies.
Nice. She wants a hot team.
I do. That's all
Wow.
I care about. Are you sexy? Is your butt big? You can be on my team.
Yes.
Jesus.
Speaking of sexy, get up in here, Gavin Sheets. I know you normally play left field, but baby, you're gonna play center field.
Okay.
I love it.
I think you can figure it out, baby.
You can figure it
I
out.
believe in you.
All right. Melissa, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna complete my outfield, and I'm gonna go with Ramon Laureano. He plays center team.
Oh,
Ah, broke my heart.
Welcome to my team, Ramon. Them Padres.
Damn. I'm going to have to pick somebody else. And guess what? My number 2, Stephen Kwan. Oh, Lord. I'm going to have to do some reorganizing here.
did I throw things into chaos by choosing a hottie who's actually skilled?
You kind of did.
Oops. Well,
Oops.
Okay. All right. Okay. So with my next pick, I am going to be drafting first baseman Nick Kurtz of the Athletics. And following Nick Kurtz will be my closing pitcher, Aroldis Chapman from the Red Sox.
Hey, there goes one of mine. Good call.
Ooh, it's getting cutthroat.
Okay, for my next pick, first base, Vladimir Guerrero.
Vladdy.
Yep,
I'm honestly a little shocked that you didn't pick Vladdy because Vladdy's a thick daddy.
he is thick. He got a big butt, and he cannot lie.
well, not to worry because I'm getting the thickest, juiciest ass on my catcher, my number 1 pick from catcher. Big jumper, Cal Raleigh, get up in here.
I knew. I was like, Hallie is going for Cal Raleigh for sure.
He has a big,
Yeah.
fat, juicy ass. Of
I
course
love
I'm
it.
going for him.
I
That's
love
what my
it.
team is all about.
Wow.
I'm here for it.
All right, Hallie, who's your next pick?
For my next pick to round out my outfield, playing right field, get up in here. Matt Wallner, a little cutie pie.
My goal is when we're done to look at all of Hallie's picks so I can just see how hot her team is. I'm sure.
Part of what makes him so cute is he is also like from the actual state of Minnesota. And I think there's something very sweet about somebody playing for their home team that they grew up cheering for, probably.
Very much so.
Or at least
Very
like their
much so.
local team. I think that's really nice.
All right, Melissa, you're up.
All right, I am going to pick my next Baltimore player, shortstop Gunnar Henderson. Come on down.
All right. So for all of you keeping score, Melissa has just drafted 2 Orioles, so she's not allowed to draft any more Orioles.
Don't worry, I don't have any more Orioles. So-
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, you should see my list here. I did different.
Melissa, I'm about to break your heart. So first, for my next pick, I will be drafting my right fielder, Mike Trout
Nice.
from the Angels. And then I will be drafting my catcher, James McCann.
You're dead to me. Sorry. Oh my God. I didn't pick him right now because I didn't think anyone was going to pick him.
Do you know what his stats are for this
Adley, God
season?
damn it.
Oh my God, no. Like, first of all, I thought you were going to pick Adley. Second of all, his stats this season are
They are.
ridiculous.
Bananas. He is so underrated. Oh my God. I can't believe you just picked my boyfriend.
Wow. I'm so sorry. You should have picked him sooner.
I should have. I really didn't think he was a threat.
Wow,
Oh,
that's crazy.
James. I'm so sorry. I love you still, though. Oh my God. All right. So then I guess I better do when I can't pick Adley. Oh. All right. I am going to go with Alejandro Kirk from the Toronto.
Ooh, okay.
God damn it. Should have picked you, McCann.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God. My heart is broken. I thought you were going to go for Adley.
Nope. No, I'm sorry, baby. Also, for those of you keeping track at home, Melissa has now drafted 2 Blue Jays.
I have drafted 2.
And she's also drafted a Yankee, so she's all up in the AL East.
I am, actually.
Damn, okay. Okay, Hallie, you're up.
I am going to be drafting my second pitcher.
Can't believe you got your McCann.
I'm so sorry. I was really hoping you wouldn't have said him yet. I was surprised you
I
hadn't.
honestly did not think he would be on anyone else's radar, and I should have known better. Oh, James, I'm so sorry. I love
All
you.
right. If you know, first of all, if you know ball, you know James McCann.
For my second sexy pitcher, I am picking Michael Peterson of the Miami Marlins. Welcome to the team. You are very cute.
Awesome. All right, you get to pick again.
For my second base pick, coming in cute, my second pick from the Mariners, I am going with Leo Rivas. You are very cute. Welcome to the team. I hope you like having your socks tucked into your pants.
It's a must.
Truly.
It's a requirement.
That's what you
gotta
should
show
have
off.
made the requirement for your team is you should have looked for all the players that tuck their socks in.
Few players
I
that touch
started
the
to, and then I'm like, this is taking too goddamn long. And it was a lot of like infield and very few outfield that were like living up to what I needed. And like too many repeat players playing the same positions.
Mhm.
Understood.
Okay.
All right, Melissa, you're up.
Are you ready for this? I am going to go with my second Padres player. At DH, I will be choosing Ryan O'Hearn.
You guys can't see, but I am flexing the biggest middle finger at Melissa, and she knows that she deserves it. But guess what? I deserved that because I
deserve
stole
it
James McCann.
James
from her.
McCann. You want to
And
trade?
you know what? You know what? No, I'm not trading. I'm not trading. But you know what I am going to do?
Oh my God.
That just made my next decision a lot easier. So in left field,
Oh my God.
in left
This is the best day of
field,
my life.
welcome to my team, Colton Cowser.
I don't have any more Orioles to pick.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
And then after Colton Cowser, I will be drafting relief pitcher Andrew Kittredge.
Oh, you suck. Oh, shit.
Sorry.
I was going to just pick Kittredge. Damn
God
it.
damn it. I was literally leaving Ryan O'Hearn for the end. I'm so
No.
stupid. I should
You know
have.
what? See?
Here's the tea though. Here's the tea. If I would have drafted him first, then it would have thrown off the rest of my draft plan, and then you would have gotten James McCann.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
McCann.
crazy. It's
And what's
crazy how
really
that
crazy
happens.
Crazy
is
how it happens.
I was waiting for like, is Melissa gonna go for Ryan O'Hearn before I do, just to piss Courtney
Oh,
off?
so you picked McCann. I was like, oh, okay. I know who I'm
So
picking
both
next.
of you were gonna try to draft Ryan O'Hearn. This is crazy.
I knew there was
Just to stir up drama and chaos. That is my intention.
Oh my God. It was going to get heated at some point. It was going to happen.
Okay. So Melissa has drafted Ryan O'Hearn.
I have turn and burn right over here, O'Hearn. Mm-hmm.
Wow. You still stole both of my Padres players.
I did.
That's crazy. That's crazy work.
I did. I did.
So now you have 2 Blue Jays, 2 Padres, and 2 Orioles.
I do, in
Wow.
fact. And I think I will be It's me, right?
And 3 of them used to be Orioles.
Yep. So let's see. My next pick is going to be closing pitcher. I'm going to go with a from the Cleveland Guardians.
Okay.
I will
right.
also be rounding out my pitching staff with this pick from the San Diego Padres. Kyle Hart, welcome to the team. You have cute eyes, a nice smile. Welcome to the team.
Okay.
That's all it takes.
Out of all the closing pitchers that pitch for the Padres,
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, it reminds me of Roxy Hart in Chicago.
Nice.
Did your ancestor murder her husband and then become a little vaudeville singer?
Shit.
I love that story for you.
wow. Insane upsets today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Hallie, it's your turn again.
Oh, I'm going with a very bold move.
I'm honestly shocked that you haven't already chosen a third baseman.
Is it because you think I would pick Junior Caminero?
Yeah,
I do have another Rays pick.
you do.
Okay, Junior, come on over, baby.
Come on over.
You're like 23 years old, but you are still so cute. I don't actually know if he's 23. I know he's young.
And he has really good, like wicked good stats this season.
Junior Caminero, you're such an angel.
The end.
The
Yeah.
end.
All right,
Yeah.
Melissa, you're up.
All right. Third base. I will be picking Ramon Urias from Houston.
Oh,
Ooh.
I'm back to a team with 2 Ramones, so
I mean, you're back to a team of mostly Orioles.
Yep.
I see your strategy.
We're getting the band back together.
yep.
Oh my God. Okay. For my next pick, I will be drafting my second baseman, Ketel Marte from the Diamondbacks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And for my next pick, I will be drafting my third baseman, Alex Bregman
Nice.
from the Red Sox.
Very nice.
So now I have 2 Diamondbacks and 2 Red Sox.
All right, so I only have second base, my relief pitcher left. Yeah. All right, so Brandon Lau will be my second baseman.
Not bad. Hallie, you're
I
up.
am picking a shortstop.
Who you got?
Rounding out my infield, welcome to the team, Carlos Carrera, playing my shortstop. Yay!
Yay!
Hallie, you still have your DH, and you're up.
Obviously, Harrison Bader. Welcome.
The look on Courtney's face. Courtney's like, mother.
Wow, crazy.
I
Crazy
feel
work.
as though that may have been her next pick.
Anyway, who's your relief pitcher, Melissa?
My relief pitcher, I'm going to pick Devin Williams from the New York Yankees. I got 2 Yankees too.
2 Yankees, 2 Orioles, 2 Padres, 2 Blue Jays, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Mm-hmm.
Rounding out my lineup is going to be the ultimate baby girl himself, Shohei Ohtani.
There you go.
Yay!
Yay.
You will
only
be
Dodgers
my
that got
designated.
picked? Oh no, you had 2 Dodgers.
I had Mookie Betts as well. Mookie
Yeah.
Betts was my first pick, and Shohei is my last pick. So I'm sandwiching everybody between 2 Dodgers, which is crazy work as a Padres fan, genuinely. Okay. Well, look at us.
Look at us with our teams. Okay, should we
Yeah.
move
Highly skilled, highly considered teams. One team full of chaos and hot people.
These are actually like I would love to see these teams play against each other.
Yes. This is some talent right here. Like I know
Crazy
I did like
work.
try and rebuild the Orioles, but it is some talent.
Yeah.
I was
mean-
wondering. I was wondering. I suspected one of you was going to try to rebuild the Orioles, and I'm
Yes.
really glad my suspicion was right.
So we
yeah.
got most of the players. I don't want to say most. We got a lot of the players that were traded. So we got Ramon,
Mhm.
Ryan, Charlie,
Mhm.
and
Kittredge.
then Kittredge. So 5 out of the 9 people that were dealt at the deadline. Jesus.
Mhm.
Orioles supremacy, y'all. Lots of upsets. Nothing I think upset Melissa more than me stealing James McCann, and nothing upset me more than her stealing Ryan O'Hearn. So tit for tat.
I will
honestly.
trade you.
We will have to do
You play
another
catcher?
one of the. I was gonna say we need to do this like quarterly. This was so fun.
Should we do a preseason draft?
Oh yeah, we have to for sure.
Yes. Just asked me if I drafted Ryan O'Hearn, and I said I did not. I had him on my list, but Melissa drafted him first. But it's okay. I stole her favorite catcher.
You started it.
I did, to be fair. All right, Glovelies, how'd we do? Do you like any of our picks? Would you make any changes? Who would you draft in your fantasy lineup? We would love to know. Feel free to throw it in the comments, and we would love to hear from you.
And just say that you want me and Courtney to make a trade. Thank you very much.
Oh my God.
I'm holding your DH hostage.
And if
You
you, think
re-
I
she
missed
really
a hottie,
is.
let us know in the comments. Who do you think is the sexiest baseball player? Let us know.
All right, Glovelies, before we wrap things up today, we are going to leave you with some recommended media for this week, brought to you by our very own Hallie, who will be taking over the segment this week. So take it away, Hallie.
Hello. One thing I love very much is movies. And this week I will be discussing with all of you a movie that is new to me that I have watched 3 times now in preparation for this episode, Draft Day. Draft Day follows a fictional version of the Cleveland Browns on Draft Day. The movie stars Kevin Costner as the team manager, with Jennifer Garner as his girlfriend / legal budget lady for the team. I don't know if they ever actually say her job title, but she's a woman in sports office work, so good for her. A lot of things happen in this movie. It takes place over the course of 12 hours within this day. I don't know how much is a spoiler for a movie that came out 15 years ago. So we'll still keep it simple. So there's still some surprises when you go ahead and watch this film as well. There are lots of wonderful, exciting, smaller roles within this film. Terry Crews plays a retired player whose son is up for the draft and is hoping to be drafted to the Browns, which Terry Crews' character played for as well. We have Chadwick Boseman playing another young man hoping to be drafted by anyone in the early rounds of the draft so he can support his orphaned nephews. And unfortunately, we also have P. Diddy as a side character, which I was not prepared for. And it was a jump scare when I heard him speak. There are some fun little zingers. This movie is a drama. I did giggle a couple times. Some of the lines were delivered very well.
I'm really curious how many sports movies Kevin Costner has been in.
That's a great question. Should we do a Kevin Costner series? Because not only is it draft day, Kevin Costner's girlfriend, Jennifer Garner, revealed within recently that she is pregnant with their baby. Not just that, within weeks of draft day, a couple weeks before draft day, Kevin Costner's father, who he fired as the head coach of the Browns, died.
Ooh.
And today on draft day, his mother arrives with an urn full of Papa's ashes and says, "It's time to spread them in the practice field, just like your father wanted."
What?
And that's not even
Woof.
the craziest part of this movie.
Wow.
And all of this is played dead serious, no pun intended. None of this was for jokes. At one
Serious
point
as a
during
car
this
accident.
interaction, Kevin Costner throws an intern's laptop into the wall and destroys it. This is the intern's first day at work.
So he's kind of an asshole in this movie.
Yes. I think everybody in this movie is kind of an asshole. The mother, the grieving widow, calls Jennifer Garner's character the wrong name deliberately to be mean to her. Because not only is she there with the ashes, Kevin Costner's ex-wife, who is only in this one scene, is also there. Why did she do that? Why does anything in this movie happen?
Sounds very dramatic.
It's very dramatic, but also deeply, to me, unserious. I think they were truly trying to tell a story of a man just going through too many things at the same time and pushing through without it becoming a breaking point. There is a lot of fast thinking, strategic dealing, consideration for the lives of the people of the team, on the team, working for the team that he is meant to be building and supporting. And honestly, that amount of pressure would give me an ulcer. There are many opportunities for deeper discussions about women's role in sports and even in high-powered work environments that I think were started but not finished. And that could be because that's not really the story of this movie, and that's okay. There are so many examples of young men, these are like fresh college graduates, getting traded around and discussed like they're prized cattle, pieces of meat, and that made me a little bit uncomfortable. And I know that's kind of the nature of working in sports entertainment, is that you are scrutinized that way and discussed about what kind of value you're bringing. That said, I spent $5 on this movie. I got 3 watches out of it.
Bargain!
I think for $5, and the reason I went all out and did buy it all the way is because to rent it was $3, or it was like $3.50, and I'm like, I might as well just buy it for $5.
At that point, it becomes a question of economics.
Exactly, just like the young men's lives in the movie. So if Diddy is a jump scare for you, like he is for me, I do not recommend you watch this film. Overall, I give this movie 2.5 stars out of 5. I think it was fine. I do not.
Scathing review. She said it was fine.
It was fine. It was a movie.
Was it worth
Jennifer Garner did
$5?
a really good job. Chadwick Boseman was a bright spot in this film.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, that's one of the first things I said. He's one of the young football players. He has 2 orphaned nephews and he needs to get an early round draft. He needs to be drafted early. Yes, he needs to be drafted early so he can have enough money to support his orphaned nephews. I said this.
I love that.
How was I not
and
listening
don't worry,
to that part?
I will not spoil where in the draft he falls. In case you have not watched it, Courtney and Melissa have not watched yet.
I don't know if I will now with 2.5 stars.
For Chadwick Boseman, he's 2 of those stars.
I would watch anything that Chadwick Boseman was in, and I'm being very, very real when I say that.
Yeah.
See, I'll watch
Chadwick
anything.
If it weren't for Chadwick Boseman and Jennifer Garner, this movie would not be receiving 2.5 stars. It would probably be closer to 1. But that's because I'm not a sports movie girl, and I think there are a lot of more interesting conversations that this movie could have had about workplace violence, how you should treat your colleagues. Most of the conversations were actually about having a dead dad, so that's actually not really here or there. I think it could have been better. It was not the worst movie I've ever seen.
So basically,
what is the worst movie you've ever seen, out of curiosity?
Oh shit! Let me check my Letterboxd.
She would draft A, at the bottom.
Yeah, I think I don't watch a lot of sports movies. It's not my genre, but like I think this one, I wish it was a DVD instead of digital because then it could just like sit on my shelf. Maybe like if I ever have a gentleman over and he wants to like probably not if Diddy's there.
Oh my God.
Can I not say that?
Oh my God.
I'm keeping that part in.
So here are my lowest ranked movies, my fewest stars movies on Letterboxd currently. With 1.5 stars, Avengers Endgame.
Oh my God.
I hated that movie. With 1 star, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker.
Oh Lord.
Lightyear also has a 1-star review from me. Love Hurts, that got a 1 star. With 1.5 stars, Journey to Bethlehem, a musical about the Nativity.
Is that
with,
the one that we watched?
Yeah, it is. With Milo Manheim
Manheim?
playing Joseph and Antonio Banderas as King Herod.
King Herod.
I knew this was going to be kind of a stretch for me to review this. I do wish I watched it with friends. I watched it alone with my cats. And I think if I were to watch this with like beer and like friends around me, I would have had a lot more fun. But I watched it on a work night with a Diet Coke and the cats.
You pushed yourself outside of your comfort zone, and that's what's important.
I surely did. And what did I learn? I learned that I don't like watching people be treated like just what their economic value to a large corporation is.
Fair.
The more you know. All right. Great job, Hallie. Thank you so much for that recommendation. And if our listeners want to make some recommendations of their own or talk to you about this recommendation, where can they find you?
They can find me at the Glove Actually Pod social medias pretty easily. I love yapping, but if you say something mean to me, I'll block you.
Period. All right. Well, Glovelies, that'll do it for this episode of Glove Actually. Thank you all so much for listening this week. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to us on Spotify. And let's talk about what we're looking forward to most this week in the world of baseball. Who do we hope has fun this week? Hallie, let's start with you. Who do we hope has fun this week?
We are not quite there yet, but the World Series is coming close upon us. So I am hoping that the 2 teams that make it have the most fun in baseball.
Okay, period. All right. Melissa, who do you hope has fun this week?
All right. So when this airs, speaking of drafts, the day that this episode drops, I will be headed to New Orleans for my annual book retreat with my Books to Besties. Misty, Kelly, Danny, and Christine. We're going on our, like I said, we do this we try and do it every year. We didn't do it last year, but we're going to New Orleans, and every year when we do get together, we have a fantasy book boyfriend draft. So I will be drafting again all year long. I compile a list of all of our favorite book boyfriends and our favorite books. So we are going to be drafting 15 book boyfriends each. And just like here, how it got a little heated, it gets a little heated with our group when we start picking through our favorites. So yeah, so ladies, get ready. I'm ready to have some fun with you guys this weekend, and I'm getting Easton Crown this year.
Now, out of curiosity, just because I know how we determined our draft order, how do you guys determine your draft order?
We just pick numbers out of a hat. We have not come up with anything creative yet, but I do have to think about that. I got to put together the book boyfriend list first. It's grown so much, so
very true.
Ridiculous.
And Courtney, who do you hope has the most fun in baseball this week?
Well, when this airs, the World Series will have already happened and will be over. So I hope that every single MLB player has fun this week and has their phones turned off and is spending at least 5 business days at home doing nothing, spending time with their wives, girlfriends, families, children. And if any of y'all are listening and would like to come on the podcast in the off season, we would be more than honored to have you. Just shoot us a DM on Instagram. So congrats to whoever won the World Series. I hope all of you have a very pleasant off season.
Yes.
Oh, yay.
Enjoy your off season, gentlemen.
All right. This has been Glove Actually. I'm Courtney.
I'm Hallie.
And I'm Melissa.
And thank you so much for joining us today. Have a great week, Glovelies. And as always, be kind, keep it cute, and stay glovely.
Stay glovely.